What's up, guys? Welcome back to Umineko. After quite several few days, I've just been so tired that I haven't recorded much. So I don't even remember what's really going on. Okay, Goda was doing the nighttime rounds. Rokenjima had always been empty except for Ushinomiya family household, so checking that the doors and windows were all closed had no real purpose. However, ever since the time Natsuhi had condemned such an attitude as being careless, the nighttime rounds had become part of the servant's daily routine. In the first place, Natsuhi had ordered this because of the occasional witch disturbances. Everyone who came and left this island knew about the legend of Beatrice, the Witch of the Forest. It had become established as this island's characteristic ghost story. Because of that, it was only natural that some people would claim that when they thought they were alone in the mansion, they would hear a strange sound or see the shadow of a person. However, when they created a little too much of disturbance to reach Natsuhi's ears, she made a fuss, thinking that some suspicious person might have been entering and leaving. Apparently, she had aroused all the servants and had them check throughout the mansion. Because of all the panic over the witch had happened before Goda's arrival, he had only heard about it from the more senior servants. Ghost stories like that could be found in any workplace, even the hotels, restaurants Goda had worked at. There had been plenty of them. So when he heard about the story on this island, he gave it a forced smile, thinking, so they have that kind of thing here after all. That forced smile aside, he had figured that when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and had taken it seriously. Goda went along with it on the outside, but in his heart, he assumed it would be a childish trick. At first, that is. This certainly is here. Yes, I can see why it is so easy for past servants to get into a panic. He could understand how someone doing the rounds on an eerie night like this might believe they see a ghost if they saw a lace curtain waving in the breeze from a window that had been closed. So if he make fun of the witch of the portrait, there is a curse. It seemed that there is even a servant who received a serious injury and quit. Well, I wouldn't want that. Think of my age. I probably wouldn't be granted a workplace's hospital again. Witch of the portrait, I'm working sincerely, so please give me some peace. Goda prayed to the portrait, his hands together as though he was at a Shinto shrine. At that time, he had thought he heard a sound. The kitchen? Was it the sound of something metal falling on the floor? Maybe a mouse or a cockroach had come out and knocked over some of the dishes? No, how could that be? It was usually cleaned thoroughly, and thinking he'd check out that noise really happened, Goda entered the kitchen. He turned on the kitchen light. When he did, he heard a strange sound. Clank, 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 clank. To cook like a Goda, the sound felt like a lid of a pressure cooker or something shaking. Surely there wouldn't be a pot on the burner when no one was in the kitchen, even if someone uses the gas tank. Oh, the gas. It's the gas, okay. Walking away from it would be quite dangerous, just in case Goda decided to inspect the area around the gas range. What's this? When he did in the corner of the eye, I'm not even pressing nothing, he just keeps going. Okay. When he did in the corner with the gas range, the pressure cooker really had been set out just as he thought. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't have time to pause that recording for me to sneeze. Anyway, but the flame wasn't on, and yet the lid was clanking. Was something fermenting and leaking gas? How could that be? Then was there a mouse or something inside? How could it be? Ridiculous. When people were watching, Goda acted as though he had a bold personality fit for his building, but he actually had an unexpectedly timid side to him. He was frightened that there might be something inside, and he couldn't bring himself to check it out carelessly. In his cowardice, he grabbed a nearby wooden pestle, and with a clunk, he tapped it a little forcefully against the side of the pressure cooker. When he did, the clanking sound suddenly stopped. He should have been relieved that it had stopped, but in the fact that it had stopped when he hit it was even more eerie and made him even more suspicious about what was inside. Mysterious phenomena do not exist in this world. Yes, witches and magic things like that couldn't possibly exist. All phenomena can be explained with science, as if monsters and witches could exist. He repeated that many times, trying to build up his own confidence. The gap between what he was saying and what he was doing was quite comical. Who would believe in a witch? Who would believe in magic or curses? Come on, show me what you really are. Take that. He removed the lid of the pressure cooker and lying there exposed with a sparkling clean silver bottom of the pot. There was absolutely nothing frightening like he'd imagined. Phew. It's only natural. There's no way there could have been anything inside. Well, now could have realized that he had been a coward. So while he still had some doubts as to what had caused the lid to make that sound, he figured it wasn't a big problem and decided not to worry about it too much. Then he took the lid where he grabbed it and softly set it back down where it had been. It's fine, it won't make a sound. Of course it won't, as if witches or magic could exist. Clank, 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 clank. Huh? Clank, 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 clank. Clank, 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 clank. Eep! All that pots of dishes in the kitchen started clinking at once. It grew stronger until finally the lid to one of the pots fell off. And from inside the pot, a slender white arm reached out. Lids fell off the other pots one after another and another and another. Eep! As if witches could exist, as if I believe it. When the number of arms grew to 7, a loud shrill laughter split the air. Wow. What a letdown. Too bad that someone who can make such delicious food is such a lightweight. If you don't want him, I'll take him. He's all mine. Wait, I said no. I'll take him. Huh? What? Yeah! Yeah! Wait, is this in the past or is this happening right now? Come on, let's search. There's only one more. That old hag, where is she? She is in the mansion above the guest house. First one wins, right? Come on, search, find her. Don't be noticed by all the relatives in the dining hall, right? And don't go noticed by the kids in the guest house, right? Search the silence, killing signs. After all, it's just still the first twilight. She isn't in the guest house. She isn't in the mansion either, right? Kumasawa. Hey, I found her. She's in the rose garden. Why is she standing around with an umbrella? She started giving up. All mine. You blockheads just sit there and watch. I told you, no, this one's mine. Come on, if we take any longer, we'll be scolded by Beatrice-sama. Let's take care of it all at once. There, found her. Surround her. Come on, let's get along and do it all at once, okay? Die. Huh? What? What is this? Oh, we're naughty girls. You wouldn't happen to be friends with that child, would you? Just what is this, old hag? There's got to be some mistake. So one more time. Ooh, does Kumasawa have like some kind of strong weapon with her? What? That's so weird. Didn't expect Kumasawa to be that strong. Why can't she defend against us? Move aside one more time. No matter how often you try, it won't work. This person is good. I am waiting for that child. Would you mind calling for her? Do you really expect us to run errands for you like that? There's no need. Beatrice-sama. After all, even I have manifested by now. I was certain that you'd have awakened. Ronov, it's been a long time. Yes, truly a long time. This person is talking to Ronov-sama without using some. Ronov without using sama, blah, blah, blah. It's been a long time since I've seen you too, Beatrice. She's not even using sama for Beatrice-sama. Enough. Do you know who this is? The name Beatrice itself is hers. I only inherited it from her. Wait, what? This is my teacher, the previous lady Beatrice. This previous lady Beatrice. What? Bullshit. Bullshit. No way. Gold butterflies appeared 1 and 2 from the garden of roses began to gather around Kumasawa. And after she was wrapped in a golden sparkle, she burst and disappeared, and Kumasawa's form was no longer there. Ooh, what a babe. Waifu, man. Instead, there was another golden witch, the one who once taught the path of the endless witch to Beatrice, and she's the only Beatrice ever called teacher. Her hair was long, beautiful, and vividly youthful. Her figure in that elegant dress couldn't possibly have been mistaken for no lady. No, this looked like a completely different person from Kumasawa. Well, teacher, I never even dreamed that we would meet each other again. Yes, neither did I. I certainly never dreamed that my sleep would be disturbed. Such troublesome time for you to awaken. If you remained asleep as usual, the first while it could have ended without much trouble. Or perhaps I should be glad you're here. I was just getting a tad bored. As usual, it seems you're toying with sinless people in vulgar game. I believe I taught you several times that the power of endless wish must be used to cause people trouble. Don't say that, teacher. Isn't boredom our natural enemy? This is just a little spice to escape from that. The more corrosion advances, the stronger my power becomes, and the easier it becomes to summon my minions who would have thought it would release a seal on you. Teacher at the same time. Wow, daydreaming, bro. This is precisely because I predicted such a thing would happen. I was so very close to where you were. Though I prayed in my sleep that I would not be woken again. Being reunited with you is like this is a very sad thing for me. You're cunning as always, teacher. Cackle. Grown up, have you that young furniture step back? Furniture only serves its master. The master is responsible for all her crimes. Certainly, Madame Beatrice. I have already passed the name on to this child. Come now, step back, furniture girls. I might give a warning a second time. Alright, guys, I really need to take a drink. My throat hurts like hell. Alright, guys, I'm back. Ever come past that name on to the child? Come now, step back, furniture girls. I may have given warnings a second time. If you don't listen to the first, I do not expect to receive a third. Step back, Seven Sisters of Purgatory. If you get dragged into this, only dust will remain. Back, everyone. Renav and the Seven Sisters of Purgatory retreated. After that, what remained was the Beatrice whose daring expression didn't falter, and the teacher of Beatrice who had given up that name and wore a composed smile. Well then, teacher, what tea shall I prepare for our long-awaited reunion? Let's see, this reunion was longer in the coming than a visit of a comment. Perhaps I'll accept your hospitality. And if a mistake has been made, I'll have you turn my name into the title of Endless Switch. Cackle, cackle. So even the title of Endless Switch is licensed renewal policy. As you wish, teacher. See how splendid your disposal has become, and see how far she surpassed you so long ago. The air between the two beaches seemed to explode with sparks. Just by glaring at each other, they purged all spirits in that space. As they watched, the Seven Sisters shivered. After all, if they had just treated just like 3 steps less than they had, they would have already been turned to dust by now. So come, Beatrice. Surrendering my name to you is the only regret I have in life. I will not correct that error by my own hands. Cackle, cackle, tisk, tisk, tisk. You've got it wrong, teacher. My only error was becoming your disciple in the hopes of gaining such a puny level of power. Get it? What are you calling magic? What are you calling the Endless Switch? All you've got is a power that can be gained just by noticing it, right? I didn't act as though that's so great and impressive. Your turn's long over, teacher. Ooh. For all the Okay, I gotta stop singing while I'm recording. I'm playing Tony Hawk with my earbuds in the background, man. It's just so interesting to listen to all the music on here. Great soundtrack on all the Tony Hawk games. Anyway, I don't have a clue what's going on anymore. What in the world is happening right in front of my eyes? You poor thing, my disciple is causing you trouble. I apologize. Who the heck are you? Why did old Kumasawa turn into a Nishan like this? I mean, seriously, who are you? I don't get it. What kind of special effects are these? My head feels like it's going to explode. I am the witch teacher of that child. My old name was Beatrice. When that child succeeded me, I gave up the name, so I have no name of my own. Like you already said, your disciple's been in real pain on me. Please take responsibility and do something. No, wait, I don't believe in stuff like this. As if witches and magic could exist. I won't accept this messed up battle. Damn it, what should I believe? This one's for anyone who says I'm nothing. Okay. Love this song. Oh, that's just like you hospitality with every quick temper. Cackle, cackle, I expect nothing less from you, teacher. It seems that this is so trivial to you, and you don't even feel like opening your eyes. But I doubt you'll be able to win unless you prepare to wreck this island. See? Come and rise, shoulder war towers. In sudden response to Beatrice's summons, a terrific, terrific, I don't know, earth tremor split the rose garden, and on either side of her shoulders, 2 massive war towers sprouted and stabbed into the heavens. They stretched up to 100 myriad tall, and each had over 360 ports. They were war towers of the gods' army corps, which had corps, I don't know what the official word is for that. Anyway, which had prevented even groups of ancient heroes from invading their sacred grounds. As Beatrice elegantly floated into the gap between the 2 massive headed towers, she looked down on her teacher, sneering with a sense of absolute superiority. with the two massive towers lined up behind her shoulders, the witch looked very small, like a butterfly dancing between huge trees. Yeah, ha 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 ha. Don't you think you can dodge it by turning to butterflies, okay? The density of the twin towers, bearish wouldn't just make you a pain bug sample is to make you madly stop pincushion, right? Over 720 ports open on the towers, the golly soldiers ready their multicolored ballistas. Is this the end of your turn? Hey, famous last words. Blast here. Ah! The ballistic shots that numbered over 1,000 and were all fired on one shot in a beautiful geometric curtain of death. The boar's sound of blustering when playing was probably even deeper than that reaper swinging its sickle. Come arise, fallen tower. Split the signal language and let that sin be known. Concentration. Okay, I gotta stop singing now. The sky was stained with the incandescent red, and from between the clouds, a blazing massive tower fell upside down. The massive falling tower and its rubble sucked in thousands of ballistic shots so that no one of them approached the body of the witch who had summoned it. That's right, no group of people, no matter how large, could approach the mysteries of heaven. That was the reality of the fallen tower. As I expect from you, teacher, if you do something, you always do it big. My turn isn't over. Come and rise, sons of Evaldi. Bestow upon me my worthy spear. As a massive crimson tower that had fallen made a terrible gold-colored explosion, a massive spear appeared from the inside those flames so tall like a tower that you had to look up to see all of it. It was too large, even for a giant's hand. The divinely beautiful spear of the gods was so massive, it gave the illusion that the fallen tower had turned into a spear of the same size. It was a spear of certain victory that none could escape. Looks like your twin towers won't help you now. How foolish to block off your means of escape on both sides. You can't defend against us, even a single spear. When she stuffed her fingers in command, the massive tower-sized spear shot at Beatrice like a lightning bolt, and aimed right in the middle of the center of the Golden Witch's heart with extreme precision. As she danced in the gap between the towers like a butterfly, slicing straight through the air like a flash of lightning. Ha! So you use a gun there at the moment like this. You really are incredible, teacher. Burst Lucius towers, arise, giant soldier battle line. Fully block that divine spear with your shields and chest. The shoulder war towers exploded in gold. They became several billion gold butterflies. Those butterflies took the shape of 7 massive armored soldiers. Each stretched a full 50 maroon into the sky, and they lined up the front of the Beatrice, protecting their master and holding massive shields that towered like windmills. They were massive as a mountain range, the witch behind them was like a small moon, hiding behind the mountains. Once in the past, they had massive shields these giants had been ready by the whole regiment. They had protected King Wilhelm's castle not only from arrows, but from the wind and rain, for they had faced upwards and held their shields to be heavy, and not a single range-up had gotten through. Foolish, a shame of a witch who has forgotten to respect things sacred. Do you think mere giants could defend against the spirit of the gods? Indeed, no matter how much human metal you are armed with, you cannot block a spear of the gods. A wonderful epaulette made by Madame. No way, Beatrice-sama. Of course, I have a forgotten teacher. Come and rise, disciples of Hephaestus. Bestow upon me my worthy shield. A golden whirlwind arose at the feet of the giant soldiers. It was a cloud of countless butterflies. They attached themselves to massive shields, like gold leaf, sparkling like they were a gold mirror. It was absolutely defensive wall given to a goddess by the chief of the gods, the Aegis shield. When the Holy Spirit, which left a dignified tail behind it like a comet, crushed into the mountain range of the gold shield, there was a terrible thunderous roar. It was the creaking of the pillars that had held up the heavens. The divine spirit spun around and around and was sent flying in the direction of the setting sun. Impossible. She defended against the divine spear. That's not correct. The divine spear avoided her. It was the law of the gods that absolute spear and an absolute shield must never fight one another. Although in the end it means the same thing as defending against it. Your skills have improved from engaging in these fights so often. Or rather, it seems you still are as bad as ever at this kind of game, teacher. It's my turn to strike back. I shall follow the code and counter with the spear. The giant soldier battle line, which had fully blocked the divine spear, released its holy gold shield. The shield fell to the earth, making the ground shake. Can we just go back to the mansion and people dying and shit? That was way better. When they did, another gold whirlwind arose, and 7 gold shields changed their form into the 7 massive spears of lightning lying on the ground. At once, each of the giant lifted one of their legs high and firmly stomped onto the tip of the handles. As the earth shook with the thunder sound, the 7 lightning spears spun beautifully and flew up above the giant soldiers' heads. They scattered into golden splashes began to fall before the giants. Each of the giants squared off, and with the force of their whole body, they kicked and smashed them. The broken pieces of number, exactly 30, became lightning spears of exactly the same size as the originals, which made 210 for the 7 giants, and all of those burst at once, which each split into 30 thorns for a total of 6,300. They became a barrage of thunderclouds, drawing a beautiful geometric pattern, and each changed into 3 bolts of lightning, so that 18,900 thunderbolts shot at the predecessor Beatrice. Ooh, C-sharp, bro. It's over, Beatrice-sama. I would expect nothing less from Madame. That bundle of almost 20,000 thunderbolts must have reduced the teacher's body to dust, but there have been no resistance. Beatrice knew immediately that she had been fooled. At the time, from the direction that the sun had supposedly set, she felt the impossible rays of sunlight. A brilliant ray of light shone on her profile. It was the figure of her teacher, holding aloft the spear of the gods that had supposedly been repelled a short while ago. She bore a sparkle like the sun on her back and made it shine on the incarnation of darkness. As Beatrice watched, she was trapped like a mouse in a cage, cornered and dead in the form of the giant soldier battle line. By now, the predecessor of Beatrice had seized a position directly alongside that line. Playtime is over, Beatrice. Have I exposed my flank? Her bold impression had faltered even once, but now it twisted for the first time. And faster than Beatrice could click her tongue, the predecessor of Beatrice released the holy spear, and as it left through the air, it changed its form once more. Come, arise, Dverger brothers. Bestow upon me the giant smashing iron hammer of heaven. Giant soldiers, protect me. What are you doing, you blockheads? By now, it was no longer a spear, but the whirlwind, a massive hammer that raised a sound like a windstorm as it flew through the air. It was a legendary hammer that had shaken even the king of the frost giants, so the giant soldiers couldn't escape from that fear. So regardless of how strongly their master ordered them, they couldn't get into the path of that hammer. Black rank, may rest in peace. Damn it. Before the whirlwind of the massive chunk of metal, Beatrice was nothing more than a mere speck. The instant the whirlwind started to suck Beatrice in, she appeared to change into a massive war tower. The iron hammer smashed the war tower, scattering tremendous amounts of rubble, but it did not reach she who had escaped behind it. Furthermore, when the smoke started to settle, the war tower had sucked in the massive iron hammer without crumbling and blocked away. Even the giant smashing iron hammer couldn't break through their final tower, protecting the witch. However, this war tower is actually the witch's last trump card, and it was a war tower for dodging that could only save her from dagger once. But this tower was impregnable. No weapon could break through it. At that time, the moon disappeared. Because Beatrice hid in the shadow of the giant soldier, the battle line, and the war tower, she looked up at the sky. When she did, inside the moon there was a figure of massive horse ridden by the god of war and death. The predecessor of Beatrice rode the horse with them. His cloak had blocked the moon and swallowed in the eerie shadow, and the spear of the gods was in his hand once more. In other words, there's a godly knight who had jumped over the ramparts formed by the giant soldiers in the war tower attacking from the heavens. Smothered, mate? What? You got me. Smothered, mate. It was fun, Beatrice. Whoa. The struggle to death between the two witches with the same name was over. The spear had been launched from the heavens to pierce ground. The giant soldier battle line in the war tower split up to countless gold butterflies wrapping the area in a gold-colored storm. This came sound of thunder and the sound of the falling rain and wind. If you look around, the rose garden was empty. The butler and the rest were watching the two witches confronting each other, but Beatrice alone had changed. She had been pierced straight through by the spear from the base of her neck and right shoulder to her left buttocks. Unable to even reach the ground with her feet, horribly exposed like a pitiful pinned butterfly tormented by the wind and rain. Beatrice-sama, as expected, a truly fearsome person. That settles it, Beatrice. Ouch. Wow, is that Beatrice's blood? The bitch, sweet Beatrice? The bitch, the witch bitch, bruh. Beatrice with her bitter smile of false courage, but a strand of blood dangled from her mouth, making her look even more pitiful. The title and power of the Endless Witch, you will return them to me now, along with the name Beatrice. You are too mature to call yourself an Endless Witch. Stop. Forget me, teacher. I was just fooling around, okay? I will take my name back from you. I shall return to your original form. Perhaps you should relinquish this power which is beyond you, and live a life suitable for yourself. Come and try to remember what form that you have. The predecessor Beatrice began to recite the words of power. When she did, small good butterflies who gathered near the skewered Beatrice began to swarm about her. Like butterflies sucking the nectar out of flowers, they began to suck the magical power of Beatrice, and it seemed to cause her intense pain. A cry of anguish issued from Beatrice's mouth. She no longer had any power to resist it. Come, try closing your eyes. Try to remember. What form did you have? Come on, Beatrice, repeat it with me. Let us sing a song together. Then it will be over soon. Let us end your pain as fast as possible. Good, haha, you're right. How long has it been since I've sung with you, teacher? Come together now. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? Come, try to remember. What form did you have? When the two of them began to recite the same song, more and more gold butterflies danced around, swarming around Beatrice. It will be alright, my lady. You will lose your place as my disciple, but that will not change the fact that you are the lady I serve. And after that, I shall read a book for you again. I shall bake you apple pies once more, just like it was long ago. Come, try to remember. Yes, try to remember. Are you finally starting to remember? Hey, teacher. Did you remember that thing behind you? What is this? When the predecessor Beatrice looked behind her, there was an eerie hedgehog curled up there. What? No, it was herself. There was another predecessor Beatrice whose whole body had been packed with ballista shots, lying there like a pincushion doll. Come, try to remember what form did you have, or maybe that's not right. Come, try to remember, how were you killed? Yeah, the predecessor Beatrice was stunned. Her form gradually began to fade away. What a bitch, man. When did you? At the beginning, I did not summon a pair of shoulder towers. There were 4 towers. Teacher, you carelessly stepped across the 7th rank rook boundary of death created by the 2 hidden towers, which you were lurking in the distance on either side of you. It was bad manners of me to say check this late. I simply must apologize. The battle had been decided at the very beginning and had been over since the time of the predecessor had leaned forward, readying her holy spirit to attack Beatrice, who had been wedged between her 2 shoulders, or towers. Whatever. I don't know. Shoulder towers. Okay, whatever. The hidden towers looking on either of her side had bathed in her in a windstorm of ballista shots from 720 ports on both sides, pinning and killing her. However, Beatrice hadn't wanted it to be resolved like that. She had wanted to let her teacher take her next move. She had been continuing acting as though the game was still on. She had immediately revived with her endless power and had been made her continue the game as though nothing has happened. Then her sister slowly remembered that she had already been killed and began to vanish completely. When she did, the spear that had pierced Beatrice also vanished. Beatrice finally landed on the ground. There wasn't even a trace of a scar. It was fun, teacher. If you want to play again, I'll revive you anytime. And once we have some fun, I'll make you remember you're a corpse again. See, I did everything you told me to, right? Didn't you tell me to always put my toys back in their boxes and I'm done playing with them? Cackle, cackle. Was it an easy victory? You fool, it was a tough one. If I hadn't tricked you with its 4 towers, I'd been one dead, and I expected from teacher. But now I can stand proud. Now I have completely surpassed teacher. Enough. Clean up from teacher's remains a bit. I haven't lost my respect for her that much. Certainly. Tonight's first twilight became a little too ridiculous. A little cleanup will be necessary. I shall see to it immediately. Goats. It's time to clean up. Rona snapped his fingers. Blazing, sparkling eyes began to blink open in the shadows, and darkness became goat-headed attendants that appeared one after another. One by one, they wordlessly stood out at attention in the line behind Ronald's back. This time, what shall be done in about the 6 corpses? Another closed room pattern? I may know me to think now. I'll leave it to you, Ronald, in an extraordinary closed room to torment Battler if you would. Certainly, then it shall be extraordinary. Cackle, cackle. Okay, where's Battler? Battler, did you see my big moment? Damn it. After being shown that screen on Magical Storm, what can I deny? Forget just which is existing. After being shown that tremendous flashy fantasy, what can I deny now? I don't get it anymore. What was that like last time too, but how can I deny this awesome, wonderful, magical battles? Isn't that right? After watching this, you can't talk your way out of it, right? Okay, Battler, let me hear some ridiculous rethink. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Milady, your laugh is becoming undignified. Oh, my apologies. But that isn't my fault. After all, Battler tightly closes his eyes, grinds his teeth, and shows me that the ever so bitter expression. It just automatically slips out of my mouth, you see. Yeah. So, Battler, Sama, why don't you return to the table without losing heart? Milady is expecting your counterattack, you see. Quit messing with me. How the hell can I make a counter-argument? In first place, everything was already screwed up when the tower was put up out of the earth. Should I say that under the ground in Rokujima there's a secret laboratory for building super alloy combining robots or something? And that pushing a button can make these strange towers sprout up? Right, and those two... Then those huge giants supposed to be the robots, or maybe an evil secret association mecha monsters. I don't get it. Don't talk to me. Gwah. Look, don't cry, okay? Bang, bang, it's magic. If you don't want, I'll crush the moon and make comets fall like rain. I can even bury the whole island in a massive breast and knee challenge you like so much. Let me see. Hee. Come on, look, my turn's over. See, show me your response. Let your counterattack. You can't, can you? Except that there's a quadrillion things that you can't do. You're useless against this, right? You actually like this kind of fantasy, don't you? I'll get it. That's been going around the streets lately, hasn't it? In manga, light novels, and anime and movies. Some teenage bride gets a hold of strange special abilities, and they blow up all sorts of stuff with the fate of the world in the line. You love that too, don't you? I know you don't hide it. You love it, right? Yeah. Has a thing you love just been displayed before your very eyes? Oh, you believe in manga and anime, but you don't believe in me. Believe it. You can't argue back now after you've been shown something like this, right? Look, answer. You don't need to think. You can just obediently say, I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Look, trying to say it. I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Try saying it. Say it. Don't be embarrassed. Cookie. Yeah. Ah, what a bitch. Okay, guys, well, it's getting late and my head is killing me, so this is going to be like a 30-minute or so long video, I guess it seems to be. I had a long day, a lot of stress going on, my head's killing me. I got work in the morning, it's almost 12:30 in the morning, so I want to appreciate you guys for, watching this video, and I will see you guys later. As soon as I can press the... No, let me stop this video. It won't let me stop this video. I gotta save. There we go. Peace out.